Thank you for tuning in to TTP. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Saturday, and I have the question of the week for you. It actually came up in a conversation, and it's something that I hear a lot of people talking about and saying, and it's basically exactly what the title of the video says. Why are people spending other people's money? Okay, and what I mean by that, I don't mean like somebody gave you money and you went out and you used it. That's not what I'm talking about. So you have a friend, and that friend seems to have a lot of money because, you know, they got a good job. They're making six figures. So you figure they should be able to afford certain things or do certain things with that money that they have. So you may go out with them and be like, oh, bro, you can making them six digits. You can pay for, you know, this little bitty meal that we had, you know, so they ain't nothing for you. Okay, but the thing is you don't know what's going on with that person. You don't know what their life is like. Because a lot of times when people are their income gets high like that, their bills get high like that as well. So you don't know what they're doing with their life. And to assume that they just, because they make that money that you think they make, that they can sit back and just do for other people and just take care of other people, or just that do the things that you think that you would be doing if you had that kind of income, is making assumptions. And you know what they say about assumptions: when you make them, you make an ass out of you, not me. I'm just saying. So that is one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, because like I said, it keeps coming up. It's repetitive and it keeps coming up. So don't assume that somebody is in a position just because you think they would be, or that's where you would be if you were in their shoes. If you were in their shoes, you might actually be in their shoes. So stop trying to spend their money, because you don't know what they're doing for their kids. You don't know how much their mortgage was. You don't know how much they spend on groceries every day. You don't know how much their medical bills and stuff are, whether they got to pay for prescriptions. You don't know if they taking care of their parents or one of their parents or any parent. You don't know if they helping their siblings out. You don't know if they have insurance policies that they took out that they're paying for because they know can't nobody else afford to take care of the parent who, you know, is getting up there in age and is going to eventually one day pass. So now they got to be the ones to be responsible to take out that insurance policy, to make sure they got their will, and to pay for other financial obligations that parent can't take care of anymore. So you don't know what it is that they got going on in their life to spend the money that you think that they have. No, that's just like they don't know what you got going on to why you don't have that kind of money. They don't know what you're doing. They don't know what your life is like. They don't know if you got child support that you paying for, that you got all this money coming out of your account for every month. They don't know what your bills look like. You know, it's a huge difference in the bills as far as your utilities goes from living in the city and living outside the city of Detroit. You know, so it's a huge difference in that. So they don't know how much you paying in water, lights, or gas, you know, any more than you know what they paying. Okay, so all I'm saying is stay in your own lane when it comes to finances, and don't try to spend other people's money, because you don't know what they doing or what's going on in their life any more than you know, any more than they know what's going on in yours. So just really be conscious of that next time you go to ask somebody to do something for you, and if you get mad because they say they don't have the funds for it, don't get mad at that, because again, you don't know what's going on in their life. So true, they could be just saying no because they don't want to give you that money. Or they could be saying no because they honestly don't have it. I mean, pay attention to the movies. You see these movies with these people, you know, and living in the suburbs with these good jobs and stuff. Like, I just watched one called The Wave. You know, he living in his house, and he's a corporate, he was a corporate attorney for the financial side of things, okay? And here he is, he's living off of a mortgage, and they sitting there screaming and screaming, you know, screaming and screaming. But, you know, they're trying to pull things, you know, rob Peter to pay Paul and stuff like that when it comes to their obligations, their financial obligations. And they supposed to be, you know, in the position. You know, he had the good job. He's in finance. Like, why are his finances so jacked up, you know? Where he's spending money on a TV that he has to pay for instead of, you know, monthly, instead of being able to buy it outright. And that's his job, okay? That was his job, was finances. The Wave, by the way, was a very interesting movie. I do suggest you watch it. I quite enjoyed it. It was one of those that get you thinking even afterwards. Okay. So anyway, but I don't get paid for that. But in any case, you get what I'm saying. So don't go spending somebody else's money because you don't know what goes on in their life. You don't know what they're dealing with. You don't know what they're going through. You know. And then another thing is too, is when you young, you mess up. I know it took me some time to pay off the bills from when I messed up when I was younger and was doing things that I didn't know better to do. And so when I did know better, now I had to sit back and take care of it and get that stuff taken care of and caught up and all of that. So you don't know what somebody is actually doing or what they're going through or what their finances really look like. So all I'm saying is stop spending other people's money, y'all. Stop telling them what they should be able to do and what they shouldn't be able to do. Stop gossiping about why they doing this and why they doing that, because you just don't know. Pay attention to what you doing. Worry about what you doing. And stop spending other people's money. I love you. And thank you for watching. If you got something out of this, please like, subscribe, and share. Because if you got something, chances are somebody else will as well. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.